It's 2 a.m. You're exhausted, but your brain won't stop. You replay conversations from 3 years ago. You rehearse arguments that haven't happened yet. You solve problems that don't exist. You tell yourself, just stop thinking, just relax, just sleep. But the harder you try, the louder it gets. This video is about why that happens, and it has nothing to do with stress. Most people blame their overthinking on stress, on their job, on their relationship, on being too busy. And yes, stress can trigger overthinking, but stress is not the root cause. The real reason your brain won't shut off at night is something far deeper and far more specific. It's called an unresolved threat loop, and your nervous system is running it on repeat. Understanding it will change how you see your own mind forever. Here's what's actually happening inside your brain when you can't sleep. Your brain has a built-in threat detection system called the amygdala. During the day, your prefrontal cortex, the logical part of your brain, keeps the amygdala in check. But at night, when you're tired and the external world goes quiet, the prefrontal cortex goes offline, and the amygdala? It's still scanning for danger, still running threat assessments. Researchers at UC Berkeley found that sleep deprivation increases amygdala reactivity by up to 60%, which means the less you sleep, the more your brain treats ordinary thoughts as emergencies. It's not anxiety, it's not weakness. It's a biological feedback loop that was never designed for the modern world. So what triggers the loop in the first place? The first trigger, emotional business. Any conversation left unresolved, any decision left unmade, any feeling left unexpressed during the day. Your brain files these as open loops, and it will keep returning to them until they're closed. This is called the Zeigarnik Effect, a well-documented psychological phenomenon from the 1920s. The second trigger, hypervigilance built by chronic stress over time. When you've lived in a high-pressure environment long enough, your nervous system stops trusting rest. It starts to treat stillness as suspicious, as if relaxing means letting your guard down. The third trigger, screens before bed, specifically the dopamine disruption they cause. Every notification, every scroll, every video is a tiny spike of stimulation that tells your amygdala something is happening. Stay alert. Now here's the part nobody talks about, the identity trap. Many chronic overthinkers have quietly started to see their racing mind as who they are. I'm just a deep thinker. My brain never stops. That's just how I am. And the cruel irony? That belief makes the loop worse, because now you're not just experiencing overthinking, you're defending it. And every time someone says, just relax, you feel misunderstood, which adds to the spiral. The truth is, you are not your thoughts. Your brain is running a pattern, and patterns can be interrupted. If you're watching this at night and it's already helping, tap like. It tells the algorithm to show this to someone else who needs it tonight. And subscribe. We go deeper on the psychology of the mind every week. So how do you actually stop the loop? Here are 3 science-backed methods. The first method, the brain dump. Before bed, write everything down. Not a journal, not reflection, just an unfiltered brain dump of every open loop, every worry, task, regret, or question floating in your head. A 2017 study published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology found that writing a to-do list before bed helped people fall asleep significantly faster. Because the brain stops looping once it believes the task has been handed off somewhere safe. The second method, physiological sigh. Inhale deeply through the nose, then inhale again at the top, then exhale slowly through the mouth. This specific breathing pattern activates the parasympathetic nervous system faster than any other technique. Neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman has identified this as the most reliable real-time tool to exit a stress state. The third method, the cognitive shuffle, and it sounds strange, but the science behind it is solid. Pick a random neutral word like apple and slowly visualize a series of unrelated images that start with each letter: A, P, P, L, E. This interrupts the narrative loop in your brain because it can't tell a story and process random images at the same time. Developed by cognitive scientist Dr. Luc Baudouin, this technique mimics the brain's natural transition into sleep. Before we close, I want to say something important to you directly. If you've spent years fighting your own mind at night, that's exhausting in a way that's hard to explain to anyone who hasn't felt it. You're not broken, you're not weak. Your brain has been trying to protect you in the only way it knows. The noise in your head at night is not the enemy, it's just a system that never learned when to stand down. Teaching it to rest? That's not giving up, that's the bravest thing you can do. Sleep is not a luxury, it is the foundation everything else is built on. When you sleep better, you think clearer, you feel less reactive, you handle life with more grace. And it starts tonight with a notebook, a breath, and the decision to stop fighting your own mind. If this video helped you see your sleepless nights differently, share it. Someone in your life is probably watching the ceiling right now. And when you're ready, the next video goes deeper into why your nervous system gets stuck and how to finally reset it.